Hey everybody, it's Joe coming at you here from Octagon Community Acupuncture here in North Oakland. We are now at the beginning of February or middle of February, and on the traditional Chinese calendar, we're now entering the spring. So the spring is a great time to start to move things that have settled in and kind of congealed during the winter. And maybe we just have a little tiny hints of spring here and there, some birds tweeting in the bushes or something, or maybe tiny shoots or tiny buds appearing on the trees. If you're in a cold part of the country, maybe you don't see any of this, but there is this longer kind of day that's emerging now from the depths of winter. In the springtime, Chinese medicine tells us that we should pay attention to a particular system associated with the spring, which is the liver system. So the liver system is correlated to the wood phase of Chinese medicine and represents new growth, things kind of bursting forth and starting to move. We are emerging from winter though, so there's some stagnation we want to break up, and specifically in this liver network that is in our bodies and in our organ of the liver. So we're going to do just a really, really quick set of Qigong exercises to move the liver. So go ahead and find a space where you can stand with your feet parallel, and we're just going to do a few quick liver exercises, okay? So the first one we're going to do is to break up stagnation on the sides of the body, which is where some of these channels run that are related to the liver system. So the first one we're going to do is just a side stretch. One hand presses down, one hand presses up, and then we lean over to the side, and we inhale and try to really open up this whole rib cage angle. We keep a slight bend in the arm, and the elbow pushes up, and that's really important. And we'll hang out here and just breathe a couple times. Great, and then we'll go to the other side. One palm presses down, the other palm presses up, and we lean over to one side and we open up the rib cage. The elbow presses up, the palm presses up, and then we breathe into the side of the rib cage. And if we can get this stretch to go all the way down the side of the body, down the IT band to the outer edge of the foot, that's even better. Then we're going to do it moving. We come down, we inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, and we inhale, exhale, and we inhale, exhale to center. Okay, now we're going to actually move the liver organ itself. The liver organ is this big blood-filled organ that lives on 99.99% of people here underneath the right side of the bottom of the rib cage. So for this one, we're going to take one set of fingertips forward and then one elbow back. We torque and twist in the torso. Then we switch. One hand comes forward, palm goes down, and the elbow goes back, and then we switch. We have this kind of back and forth motion that twists the rib cage, massages the physical liver itself, and also gives us a sort of rubber bandy, stretchy feeling that starts to access the connective tissue of the body, which we call the sinews. And each organ has a season. The liver is a season of spring. Each organ also has a set of tissues. A set of tissues for the liver is the sinews or connective tissue, the tendons and ligaments. So we want this kind of stretchy, rubber bandy feeling as we switch from one side to the other and get the rib cage to twist and actually stimulate the physical liver organ itself there by moving the diaphragm, moving the rib cage. And we do this just a few times. You can do this any amount of times you want during the day. Not really a fixed breathing pattern, but we just make sure the breath stays moving. Fingertips forward, elbows back, back and forth, getting that rib cage to move and massage the liver. Great. We'll shake it out. One more exercise. So this one is to break up stagnation, right? So any kind of shaking or dropping motion in Qigong breaks up stagnation. We have some stagnation across our whole midsection from the winter. Some of us, that's actual like pounds that we've gained or whatever. We're going to do a simple exercise to break up the stagnation. So the first thing we're going to do is just try dropping and dispersing. So we drop and disperse. We drop onto our heels and we flick our fingers, right? Flick our fingers like you're flicking water off your fingertips. And this little kind of vibration that goes up through the body, through the heels will help break up stagnation. This is a simple version. We're going to do a slightly more complicated version where we draw up on the balls of our feet, trace the belt, come back to the front, then drop and flick. We draw up, forward to back, back to forward, drop and flick from the side, draw up, forward to back to forward, then flick. So this is our inhale, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, release. One more time, inhale, exhale, release. And then when we finish any kind of Qigong, we like to just finish off with a few simple circles, inhaling up, exhaling down. And we'll do one more together. We inhale up, exhale down, the palms settle onto the lower belly, face in. And then you can stand here for as long as you want, but stand until you feel a little bit stable. All that twisting and stretching, shaking, coming to a place that feels stable, calm, complete, and unhurried. All right, well, thank you everybody for trying out some liver-oriented Qigong. We do have a regular Qigong class that's streamed every morning at Tuesday, 8 a.m. that you're welcome to join. You can email me at joe@octagonacu.com for more information if you don't know where to find that information. Have a great spring.